Hello everyone, welcome to iCONTACT. Today we are at GCF, which is Green Climate Fund. We're joining by Director Kim Han-Jang to hear about how GCF is shaping its futuristic vision. Everyone, stay tuned. Could you please briefly introduce yourself?
My name is Han-Jang Kim, but I go by Han Kim, and I'm proud Korean myself. And I joined GCF, the Green Climate Fund, last year, October, as the Director of People and Culture. You may wonder what People and Culture Department does, but it traditionally used to be called Human Resources Department. But more and more organizations use the term People and Culture because that really is the focus of people and bringing up the very positive culture that is aligned with the mission. So Department of People and Culture is what I lead.
Oh, okay. Thanks for responding. Well, now we want to hear more about GCF. What exactly GCF is and what are the main goals or objectives?
Thanks for that question, because GCF is a relatively young organization. It was established in 2010, about 15 years ago, under the UN FCCC. And it's a financial mechanism of Paris Agreement. It is the world's largest climate fund. And I want to get the numbers right. We have committed about 17 billion plus US dollars across 300 projects in over 140 countries. And with this, we have also leveraged a total of around 64 billion US dollars in co-financing. And about our mission is to help really more the developing countries to reduce the greenhouse emission impact, but also build the resilience in climate impacts. And we're more specifically focused on the most vulnerable nations and communities.
I see. Well, now I know what exactly GCF is, but I want to hear more about the background of GCF. Its headquarters in Songdo, Incheon, and what are the symbolic significance?
The GCF headquarters, where it'll be located, was decided after the decision in 2012 out of the board decision. I think there are three key elements why Songdo was chosen. One, obviously, is the huge support from the Korean government.
Right.
And second is about the Songdo's very climate-friendly infrastructure. I mean, as you see, Songdo is the city with that specific purpose. Last but not least is Korea's global leadership in green growth. But by locating the fund, GCF, at Songdo, it brought many other, I would say, implications, one of which is elevating Korea's international standing, but also contributed to the balancing of the geographical distribution of international organizations. This is not directly answering to your question, but I want to take this opportunity to really pay my gratitude and thank you to the Incheon metropolitan city. Songdo, yes, being part of it, but all the financial and non-financial support that Incheon Metropolitan City has been providing for us, from this beautiful office space, as you can see,
Beautiful.
to even the place for our board meetings, to supporting our staff who are mostly relocating from outside Korea. So all these financial, non-financial support that we get from Incheon Metropolitan City, that's how we are able to happily be sustainable in this beautiful place.
Okay. I can feel that you're very proud of working here in GCF.
Yes, especially as a Korean, yes.
It's my personal question. Among the priority initiative currently being pursued by the GCF, which area do you think personally consider the most important? Well,
It's very hard to choose only one. So let me give two perspectives.
Sure.
Yes, so one is more from the business perspective, like the business of the GCF. It's an area of building capacity in developing countries and also expanding private sector partnerships. So building institutional capacity, why is it important? Is because it allows countries to design and manage their own projects in a sustainable way. So instead of the funds just donating and telling each country what to do and helping them, providing the support, at the end of the day, they are the ones who have to manage the projects in a sustainable manner. Hence, capacity building is critical. The other is also engaging the private sector to scale up the climate investments. So far, even GCF, majority of our fund is through the donation of the public sector. But the reason we also have this private sector facilities department is to also engage bigger opportunities with partnerships in the private sector. So that's the business perspective. More personal, as I wear the hat of the Director of People and Culture, is to really bring GCF as the employer of choice.
Oh, I see.
Especially under this current geopolitical situations where a lot of funds, multilateral banks or funds, are retrieving climate agenda from their portfolio and priority. They're really capable and competent leaders, professionals who are in the market, and I really want them to join and thrive at GCF because the mission is so bold and audacious that we really need great people to come and work with great sense of achievement and also, very mission-driven mindset. So being the employer of choice is my personal, as the Director of People and Culture, priority. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing your insight. What exactly values or attitude would you like to emphasize to young people who's interested in GCF or international organizations?
To get this answer, I actually reached out to the young people, which is our interns. So I did reach out to a few of them and asked, what is one mindset or value that you mostly endure at GCF? And they gave me a very interesting answer. And they picked one from our core value. So at GCF, we have 5 core values, which is committed to climate action and responsive, trusted, respected, and last but not least, it's innovative.
Innovative.
Interestingly, they chose innovative.
Innovative,
Yes.
I see.
I was thinking, maybe these young people, because they haven't stayed at GCF for too long enough, maybe to them, innovative may land it as, this is something, especially with the AIs and different technologies coming in, maybe they could have related this value of innovative into technological transformations. But interestingly, they also picked this for GCF to be the critical mindset. And what they meant by staying innovative and innovation is, staying curious, taking calculated risk, and also really have this critical thinking and be open to different approaches and essential qualities. Because if you think about the mission, the vision, what we are trying to achieve, it seems like how far the journey could look. We have to make smart choices, stay curious, and be creative, and find innovative ways of solving problems. I mean, our mission in and of itself, going to the most vulnerable communities and countries, it's part of innovation as well. Try to think differently, but also find ways to solve it.
I see. But for me, it could be also an advice.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, in your opinion, what mindset or perspective should every GCF member should have?
Yeah, that's a very important question, and thank you for asking. I think first and foremost is really, again, anchored to our vision. It's about justice and solidarity. And what I mean by justice and solidarity is, while climate change affects everyone, there's no single individual or country that is free from this effect. But if you think about the impact and how that impact leads to the consequence, it's very disproportionate. A lot of advanced countries, well, including Korea, are quite ready and have initiated programs to either mitigate or adapt. But if you think about the impact or the readiness of the vulnerable nations, they're not as advanced as some of the most advanced countries, either in technology or economically. And our work must be driven by a strong sense of climate justice. It's a strong word, but climate justice and solidarity, and especially with those who are most affected and who are most vulnerable. And one more, in addition to this, I want to highlight is about staying positive, optimistic, I would say optimistic and resilient. The reason I bring this up is, like I said, it's a long shot. So whether it's financial or non-financial, we don't see the return every day. And it seems like such a bold vision and audacious goal. We work on climate finance, but all we hear is it's getting worse and worse and worse. And the window is getting closer and closer and closer. It could be quite devastating and quite depressing, but we have to believe that every day's effort goes into changing the consequences and our effort is not going to be void or nullified. So we have to stay positive that we are going at least towards what we want to achieve, and also being resilient, not to be thrown at many failures, what we have put into action. So no matter how drastically or how often we fail, we still have to keep on trying with the optimistic view of our efforts will pay off to someone and will have a positive impact. Maybe not to me, not to my country, but to someone in the world. Maybe not in my generation, but to the generation in the future.
So being optimistic and stay positive and effort never get dissolved.
Yes. Yes. Thanks for a beautiful summary. Yes.
Could you please share some actions that we should all take in our daily lives to help protect this environment?
It all starts from baby steps. Step
Baby
one.
steps.
It could be as simple as being mindful of how much plastic I'm using every day and how much
Right.
waste I'm
Yes.
creating. Sometimes I get daunted by how much recycle and packaging I get in a day. So one, just be mindful and be sensitive to how much waste you're
Be
creating.
sensitive.
So don't put yourself too comfortable in a convenient abundance, and also start with small things. You can make it into habit. So 6 billion worth of small steps. That's how we create big steps and big impact.
Do you have any message that you want to deliver to citizens about this environmental and climate issues?
Yeah, I think I've said enough, but one last comment I think I can make is that climate change is not a distance, and we all know it has been and it is impacting us every day, every moment, to be frank. And it is also our greatest opportunity to create meaningful change. So yes, hearing about climate change, because not many great news come out of these topic, but I do encourage everyone to see the climate change not only as a threat or like a dooming news, but also as a chance for growth and collaboration, and also where I can actually practically contribute. So yeah, it's here and now.
That was a good answer. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was today's eye contact, and big thank you to our director Kim Hyun-jung.
Thank you.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's interview and found it as inspiring as I did. Well, this is Seon Park, and everyone, stay tuned.